5 disasters that shook the world. Throughout human history, the world has faced countless challenges, some caused by nature, others by mankind itself. But a few disasters have left permanent marks on the pages of history, events so powerful that they changed nations, destroyed cities, and shaped the world we live in today. In this episode of Real Life Story, we take you through 5 disasters that shook the entire world. Stay with us, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real-life stories that matter. Number 1. The 2004 Indian Ocean Tsunami, the day the sea rose in anger. It was Sunday morning, December 26, 2004, a day after Christmas. Families were relaxing along the coasts of Southeast Asia when, at 7:58 a.m. local time, the earth shook violently off the west coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. A massive 9.1 magnitude undersea earthquake, one of the strongest ever recorded, triggered a chain reaction that sent gigantic tsunami waves racing across the Indian Ocean. The first waves hit Indonesia, flattening entire towns like Banda Aceh. Within hours, Thailand, Sri Lanka, India, and even faraway Somalia and Kenya felt the ocean's deadly reach. Some waves towered up to 30 meters high, enough to swallow whole villages. By the end of that tragic day, more than 230,000 people were dead across 14 countries, and about 1.7 million were left homeless. Property damage exceeded $15 billion, making it one of the deadliest and costliest natural disasters in human history. This tragedy also led to the creation of a global tsunami warning system to prevent such massive loss of life in the future. Number 2. The September 11th attacks, the day the world stood still. The date was Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. It was a calm, sunny morning in the United States of America. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City. Just 17 minutes later, at 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 struck the South Tower. The world watched in disbelief as flames engulfed both skyscrapers. At 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 slammed into the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and at 10:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 93 crashed in a field in Pennsylvania after passengers heroically fought the hijackers. Within 2 hours, both twin towers collapsed, turning downtown Manhattan into a mountain of dust and rubble. Nearly 2,977 innocent lives were lost, and thousands more were injured. The attacks, planned by the terrorist group Al-Qaeda, caused an estimated $10 billion in property damage. But beyond the destruction, September 11, 2001 reshaped the entire world, leading to tighter global security, wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, and a lasting legacy of grief and unity. No. 3. The 2011 Japan earthquake and tsunami, the Fukushima nuclear disaster. On March 11, 2011, at 2:46 p.m. local time, a powerful 9.0 magnitude earthquake struck off the northeastern coast of Japan near the Tohoku region. It was the 4th most powerful earthquake in recorded history. Just 30 minutes later, a devastating tsunami with waves as high as 40 meters slammed into Japan's coast. Entire towns like Sendai and Ishinomaki were wiped out. Cars, ships, and homes were tossed like toys. More than 19,700 people lost their lives, 6,200 were injured, and 2,500 went missing. The disaster caused over $235 billion in damages, the costliest natural disaster in world history. But the nightmare didn't end there. The tsunami disabled cooling systems at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, leading to 3 nuclear reactor meltdowns and radiation leaks. Tens of thousands of people were evacuated, and radioactive contamination spread across the region. Yet amid the chaos, Japan's spirit of resilience shone brightly, a nation united in rebuilding, proving that strength can rise even from the ashes of destruction. Know before. The 1986 Chernobyl nuclear explosion, the invisible killer. The night of April 26, 1986, began like any other at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant near Pripyat, Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union. But at 1:23 a.m., during a late-night safety test, reactor number 4 exploded, sending a massive radioactive cloud into the sky. The blast released radiation 400 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. Firefighters who rushed to the scene faced invisible death, many dying within weeks from radiation burns and poisoning. In total, 31 people died immediately, but the long-term effects killed thousands more through cancer and radiation exposure. The nearby city of Pripyat, home to 50,000 residents, was evacuated 2 days later and has remained abandoned ever since. The contamination spread across Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, and even reached parts of Europe. Economic losses were estimated at over $235 billion, and large parts of land became permanently uninhabitable. Chernobyl remains the worst nuclear disaster in human history, a haunting reminder of the danger when human error meets atomic power. And the last one for this episode is the 2010 Haiti earthquake, a nation brought to its knees. At 4:53 p.m. on January 12, 2010, the ground beneath Port-au-Prince, the capital of Haiti, began to shake violently. A 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck just 25 kilometers from the capital, shattering one of the poorest nations on Earth. In 35 seconds, homes, schools, and hospitals crumbled. The National Palace, churches, and countless government buildings collapsed into dust. Over 220,000 people were killed, 300,000 were injured, and 1.5 million were left homeless. The quake destroyed more than 300,000 buildings, causing over $14 billion in damage. International aid flooded in, but recovery was slow due to poor infrastructure, limited resources, and political instability. Even years later, thousands continued to live in temporary shelters, a painful reminder of a nation struggling to rise again. The 2010 Haiti earthquake wasn't just a natural disaster. It was a human tragedy of unimaginable scale. From the roaring waves of the Indian Ocean to the haunting silence of Chernobyl, these disasters remind us of one truth, that human life is fragile, but the human spirit is unbreakable. Each of these events changed the world, taught new lessons, and inspired global unity in the face of suffering. This has been 5 disasters that shook the world, brought to you by Real